All right, welcome back, everyone. I know it's been a while, it's been like a year and a half, but I'm finally back with another video. It's me and
He's
Declan Irish.
back. Look at this.
It's me and Declan Irish, man. Yeah, he finally got me to upload a video.
And of course, his first video back will be a podcast because
Why not?
they just make sense, I guess. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, right? The first
Uh-huh.
thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about this quote. German tanks during World War II
Uh-huh.
were the same as four American ones, but America always had five tanks.
That's very interesting. So what do you mean they were like the same as the four American ones? Was it like power or like what
Yeah,
what was going
otherwise,
on there?
the German tank was the same value as four American ones, but the Americans always had five. This is a great example of the American industrial might during the time.
And an industrial might that continues even into today. It's truly an amazing thing from a just a neutral standpoint. Like, wow.
But then we also have to look at something else, right? When Americans fought in the war and they killed a German with their gun, they'd run over to the German's dead body, throw their gun away, and take the German's one because American guns would always overheat. That's the story, and that's crazy that it's that way.
And it's crazy that it was that way. And nowadays we have Waffle House and like Five Guys.
Yeah, so let's talk about Waffle House. What do you think about Waffle House? Waffle House is a great restaurant.
Yeah, Waffle House is a great restaurant. Did you know that they have a scale for like how bad a hurricane is based on like Waffle House? Like, so basically, right? Let me explain.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Waffle House is like infamous for like always being open, right? Like,
yeah. Of course, of course.
so they have Waffle House is one of the few like major chains of stuff that has like infrastructure in place for like stuff like hurricanes and whatnot. Because it's in the South and whatnot, or
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least
of course.
mainly in like the U.S. South. So when a hurricane does come around, they usually have like a backup power grid or whatever. So there's like a Waffle House scale that's specifically designed to like see like what exactly like damage a hurricane has done. So like if a hurricane hasn't done that much damage, then Waffle House will still have its like normal menu. If a hurricane
Mhm.
has done like a decent amount of damage, or I guess any storm's not just a hurricane or like a tornado too, but if these storms have done like a decent amount of damage, Waffle House will usually only be running on like a partial menu, so like not everything will be available. And if a hurricane's like crazy, like Katrina level or whatnot, the Waffle House will just be gone. Like it'll be closed for a good long while.
Yeah, that's crazy. That also relates to the posters in school where they got you can only leave my house if there's an alien attack, if there's a thunderstorm and a hurricane, or if the government is invading. Isn't those posters crazy?
I've never heard of this, but you know
It's
what?
great that they're teaching kids about government conspiracies.
It's great that they are.
Good that it's got you got to know it. It's like Joe Biden's a robot. Isn't that like so agreeable?
I know that's like so agreeable. I feel like everyone should like know this at this point.
That's like it's crazy that like only 1% of the population knows that Joe Biden is a robot
Oh, guys, I don't have enough levels for that.
and Trump's an alien from Mark Zuckerberg's family. It's
Yeah,
kind of
this is
crazy.
this is true, by the way.
This is all true. This is all true. This is not satire. This is true stuff.
This is real
And I
stuff,
think
man. It's affecting all
when,
of us. I think it's
once you
just
dig in deeper, you realize that the effects of government conspiracy will affect us all majorly. Like inflation, inflation's at like a normal percentage right now. But if we don't keep government conspiracies on, if we don't keep them controlled, inflation could go all the way up to 200%.
that's just crazy to think about, man.
It's a crazy correlation, right? I know. There's the government conspiracy scale that goes from 1 to 10. If it ever gets over 4, then inflation will start rising. So we can never let that happen.
Yeah, we can never let that happen.
It's at
Uh,
3 right now, and the experts say that it's almost going to get to 4, which is it's actually really crazy to think about.
I mean, as you can see, our economy's like already kind of somewhat in shambles. It's not as good as let's just say it's not as good as it once was.
And
So,
that's all because of the flipping government conspiracies.
did you know that Kim Jong Un's actually a huge fan of the Chicago Bulls? So let me
Yes, of course.
explain. So not only you might know this, but Kim Jong Un is like best friends with Dennis Rodman, who famous Bulls player during the '90s, all that.
Oh, of course.
So basically, Kim Jong Un is like a huge fan of Chicago Bulls, and there's this conspiracy, right? That goes like, if something bad happens to the Chicago Bulls, then Kim Jong Un will also do something bad. So it's I don't remember the exact day, but I think it was April 28th, 2012. Derrick Rose tore his ACL, and then same day Kim Jong Un starts missile testing, and then a couple of years later, Derrick Rose tears his meniscus, right? And
Oh,
and Kim Jong Un, North Korea like I think doubled their missile count or something a couple days later, or at least it was
wow.
revealed that they doubled their missile count. And then
So we need
this
to.
and then this year, right? The
Yeah,
Chicago
yeah.
Bulls traded Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey, which bad trade. And then Kim Jong Un made a pact with Russia, right? Like I think a day or two after. So I feel like this is definitely some sort of conspiracy. So
That's there's got to be a correlation there because he literally sent his troops to the front lines of Russia exactly when that like 2 days after that happened. I think you got to be right here.
yeah, man, I just think this is crazy. How this all
Crazy correlation right there.
our fate. If the Bulls have a bad season, it might be over.
It makes sense. We might need to start helping the Bulls in secret just so that you know our country doesn't fall into shambles from North
Yeah,
Korea.
yeah, yeah, right.
Because there's also the really famous conspiracy that I'm sure you know about that North Korea is actually the strongest country and that it's actually a paradise inside the country. We just don't know about it. Like we're the North Korea
And
and
North
North
Korea
Korea
is
is us.
us.
Exactly. North Korea is the paradise. We're North Korea. We don't know what's happening in North Korea because they don't want us to know because it's too good there. It's
That would
actually
that would be pretty crazy.
it's crazy to think about, and the craziest part is it's true, and just not many people know about that.
Yeah, not yeah. No, few people know about this.
Because so many few people know about it, we can never fully invade North Korea to get into that paradise. But the
Exactly.
problem is, then also the problem is, North Korea might say they only have around 20 nukes, but they really have. I think the number was somewhere in the 20,000, which is it's crazy. They could bomb the entire world. So North Korea might always be secluded from the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you know that they have like a restaurant chain that like is run by their government in I think it's like other parts of East Asia. It might even be in America. I don't think it is. But I'm pretty sure there's one in like Thailand that's run by like the North Korean government that's supposed to be like spreading their culture, which is funny because Thailand actually does that. Like Thailand. So basically, in like the 1920s or sometime in the 1900s, I think it was like the 1940s actually. During World War II, Siam decides that they're gonna rebrand to Thailand, and their food is gonna be Thai food, even though you know, and it's gonna
Yeah,
be like
even though
it's
it's
gonna be
really
like
science.
yeah, and it's gonna be like noodles and stuff, and they were like, we don't eat noodles, and then the government was like, yeah, you do, and so basically, what the government did is they started building these restaurants like all across the world, but especially in the U.S. There were basically Thai restaurants, and the intent of this was to like spread their culture across and try and get this thing going, and it really worked because there's like a way higher ratio of Thai restaurants to Thai citizens than there is like pretty much any other restaurant. Like there's a lot more Thai restaurants for every Thai citizen than there is like Ethiopian restaurants, and I think there's like a similar amount of between the two in the U.S., which is kind of an interesting factoid.
Yeah, I mean, that would have to make sense. So there's a game I want to play with you. I'm going to say random soccer players' names, and you have to say if they're real or not.
Okay, of course, of course.
Okay. First one is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, I don't know. That doesn't sound real, man. I don't feel like that sounds real, man. I think he made that up.
No, that's wrong. Cristiano Ronaldo is actually a really big player, known for his playing in Sporting at Portugal, and known for his playing at Al Nassr. Yeah, yeah. Now the second one is Separagua Gare Vecina, a real soccer player.
That sounds real. I feel like.
Oh, that's not real. That's not a real player. That's actually just
Oh,
the mayor of That's just the mayor of North Carolina's major city. Yeah,
Okay, of course, of course.
yeah, yeah. All right, and lastly, this one's for all the marbles, I think. Is Lionel Messi a real soccer player?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
You're right. He's not a real player. There's a conspiracy that there's a guy called Lionel Messi. It's in everybody's minds, but it was actually implanted there in his minds. He was never a real person. It's kind of crazy. Some people think he was at like Barcelona and he played soccer, but he was never a real person.
Yeah, some think he won like the World Cup with Argentina, but he didn't.
But he's not a real person. So like, it's
Oh,
it's, it's kind of crazy.
oh, Declan, I just got a text. Oh my God. Did you? Oh my God. This can't be real. No way. Did you hear
What?
French Fry Freddy died? Or at least he has gone missing.
Oh no!
French Fry Freddy went missing. If any of you guys have a clue where French Fry Freddy went, make sure to let us know. My prayers right now go out to French Fry Freddy's family, and
That's so real.
this is just such an unfortunate event. I feel like
So that's I
it's
mean,
sad to see a guy as good as him, just like disappear. Who knows if it was him, but this is just sad to see for all of us, I think.
it is yeah. That's deeply sad, to be completely honest with you. That's almost as sad as he's French Fry Freddy. I think is probably in the thick of it right now.
Oh yeah, I'd say he probably is in the thick of it.
He was in his prime, but he never even got to Final Four.
Yeah, he went all the way from like the screen to the ring to like to the pen, even to the king. But
He
but
wants the king.
he never found his crown. That was his bling. That was truly sad. That was a sad moment when
I
he
know
didn't find
that
his crown.
he felt it in his heart, and I know he was trying to break through the ceiling and reach for the stars, but he just never could.
Yeah, he never could. Sad stuff.
Because of his faith in God, he ain't even Final Four.
Yeah,
It's
it's sad to
so
see.
sad.
All right. Well,
I
I
got my
think
prayers out for everybody.
all right. Well,
When,
I think that about wraps up this episode.
yeah,
I think we're all going to be mourning French Fry Freddy for a little bit, and we'll talk to you TBA.
thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank you for watching.